Alright, I am going to show you guys how to make a hat. It's just going to be a very basic beanie. I'm not using the right size hook. I am going to tell you that you are going to need a size I hook. That is what I use to make my hats from ages 1 to adult. The hat I'm making today is for a 5 to 10-year-old. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with the slip knot. Here's the end of your yarn. You're going to take your yarn and you're going to, I fold it over on itself like this. I take my finger and then I twist it. And then I take that loop and fold it over and pull on the tail of the yarn, and then you have a slip knot. And then you insert your hook, and you want to make sure that your yarn is hugging your hook, not tightly though. So to start your hat, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to make a loop. So what you want to do is you slip stitch into that first chain. Ugh, sorry, I'm looking in the camera and not at what I'm doing. So you want to make a loop and you're going to slip stitch into the first chain. This is what happens when you have too tight of a loop. Okay. So in order to slip stitch, you put your hook into the loop, the first chain, yarn over, and you're going to pull through. You're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through the loop. See, mine's too tight. Let me do that again real quick. That's what happens when it's too tight on the first one. You can't get your hook through. Alright, 3. Put it through the first loop. Yarn over. To do the slip stitch, you pull through the first one. And then you pull through the other one. And essentially, it will make a ring. It's kind of tricky to see. You kind of have to pull it apart to get like the center. See the center right there? Right where my fingernail is. Okay, so we want to make for a 5 to 10-year-old to begin the hat in the loop, or in the ring, I'm sorry. You want to make 12 half double crochets. So you're going to chain 2. Then you're going to find the center. I always like to find the center and kind of put my finger in the center of the ring so I know where it is. You're going to yarn over. You're going to put your hook through the center of the ring. And then you're going to, sorry, this is really tricky. I don't have a good setup. Then you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through. You're going to yarn over again and you're going to pull through all 3. So if you know how to do the half double crochet, that's what you're doing in the loop. In the ring. God, I keep calling it a loop. It's a ring. So we're going to do it again. Yarn over, go through the middle of the ring, yarn over again. You're going to pull through the ring, yarn over, and you're going to pull through all 3. You're going to do that 12 times. So I've already done it twice. 1, 2. So I'm going to go do it 10 more times and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've done it 12. I've done 12 half double crochets. You're going to look for the top loop, which is right here. And you're going to put your hook through that and you're going to slip stitch. And there you go. That's your round 1. Now I like to pull on my string because I crochet over my string when I'm going. But if not, you can just sew it through later. All right, so round 2, you're going to chain 2. And in this hole right here, you're going to do 2 half double crochets. So you're going to yarn over and go through the hole. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. You're going to do that twice in every one. Oh, goodness. There we go. So there's the first 2. Because essentially what you're doing is you're making the crown of the hat. So you have to make it as big as their head. And I like the pattern that I use because it has a good variety of the way the pattern is. Like, it has a good variety for the children, like a 5 to 10-year-old. Like, you know, if you make this hat, that they should be able to wear it for at least 5 years if they take care of it. So I like that there's that big span. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into the next one, which is right here. Yarn over, put your hook through, you're going to yarn over again, pull through the loops, you're going to have 3 on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Ugh, sorry, this is hard for me to do, like, just the way it's set up is hard for me to do on camera. Alright, so you're going to do that twice. So you're going to yarn over, put it through the loop, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. All 3. Jeez. So you're going to do that all the way around. If you need a stitch marker, I would put one here at the beginning, but honestly, when you're doing hats, you'll be able to tell when you get around to this side. So you want to put 2 half double crochets in every stitch around. So I'll be back to show you what it looks like when it's done. Okay, so I have done 2 half double crochets in every stitch. I'm at the beginning now, and what I'm going to do is put a slip stitch into the top stitch at the beginning. If it doesn't get stuck. There we go. And that's the end of round 2. So now we're going to move on to round 3 of the 5 to 10-year-old hat. So we're going to chain 2. Now, if you pay attention, there's going to be a pattern when you're making these rounds. So round 3, you're going to do a half double crochet in the first one, a half double crochet in the second one, and 2 in the third. And the way I like to do it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do 1 half double crochet. Let's see if I can move my arms differently so that you can see me doing this. This is tricky. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 2 in the next one, 2 in this one, 4. So right there I just did 4 because we're doing increases. That's what you're doing. This is what it's called. When you do 2 stitches in the same, it's an increase. So you're going to repeat that all the way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 stitch, 1 stitch, sorry, 1 half double crochet, another half double crochet, and then 2 in the next. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should turn it this way. And it'll kind of look like maybe a hexagon a little bit when you're done. So let's do the next one. 1, 2, and then we're going to do 2 in the next. 3, 4. See if you can see that. So there's 1 right here, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go ahead and go all the way around. I'm going to slip stitch into this loop right here, and then we'll be on to round 4. Alright, I'm at the end of round 3, and I did want to say this. If you're coming to the end of round 3 and you're not ending with 2 stitches in the last one, then you did something wrong. You're going to have to go back and fix it. And trust me, if I'm not paying attention, I've done that. So, you're going to slip stitch into the top one up here. And there's the end of round 3. So you can see it's increasing. The circle's getting bigger. Now we're going to do round 4. So you're going to chain 2. Now we're going to do 3 half double crochets and then 2 in the next. So this is two half double, next one is 3, next one's 4, then it's 5. It's a pattern. So it's not like that hard to remember. But we're going to do 3 half double crochets. So go ahead and do that. One, 2, 3. Then you do 2 in the next, because we're still increasing. We need this to fit a 5 to 10-year-old. So there's your first one. Now you're going to do 3 again. Oops. Sorry, this is just really tricky to do the yarning over part on camera. Let me see if I can change the way. See if that'll work. Maybe you'll be able to see it a little better. So I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 again, and now I'm going to do 2 more in the same stitch. Now this is how I do it. I've seen other people do it the opposite way, where you do the 2 in one stitch in the beginning and then do 3 more. I don't like doing it that way. I've just learned to do it like this, and that's how I do it. So now we're going to do 3 more. So you do 3 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Then you do 2 in the next. All the way around to the beginning. And like I said, if you're not ending here with 2 in the same stitch, then you did something wrong. So let me finish that and then I'll be right back. Alright, so there I finished that round 4. Now I'm going to do round 5. Now, sometimes when I'm doing rounds, like this round had 4 stitches, this one had 5. Like seriously, in my head, I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, now this round, so you're going to chain 2. So it's going to be 4 half double crochets, because this past one we did 3. So now we're going to do 4 half double crochets alone. 2, 3. Whoops. 4, 3. Oh, goodness. 4. And then you're going to do 2 in the next. I hate when that happens. 2 in the next one. So you're going to have 6 in this one. And when I say 6, it means if you're counting like I count, now that first little bit's done. So now you go on to the next one, and the next one should have 6 stitches. So you're going to have 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 more in the next. 5 and 6. So 5 and 6 go together. I don't know. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you guys. That's like one way to think of the pattern. So this is round 5. So 5 of them is going to be 4 and then 2 in the same. 4 and then 2 in the same. All the way around. So, trying to flatten it out a little bit. That is the end of round 5. I think you'll have, let's see, 12, 24, 36, 48, 56 stitches. I don't know. I'm so bad at math, but I'll have to go back and look at the pattern, and I will definitely post a pattern for you. So now we're going to move on to round 6, and you're going to do 5 half double crochets in the first. You're going to do a half double crochet in the first 5 stitches, and then you're going to do 2 in the next. So it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. But I'll show you what I mean. So you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do 5. So 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, 5, and then you're going to do 2 in the next one. 6, 7. So there's what that looks like. Then you're going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4, ooh, I didn't go through the loops. 4. The reason I knew I didn't go through the loops because I know I went underneath all of them. There's like this hole right here. I went through the hole. How many do I have so far? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, jeez. There's an extra. 5. 6, 7. Just put 2 in the next stitch. Yeah, so you're going to do that all the way around to the beginning. And then we'll have 2 more rows of increases, and then we'll just finish this row, and then I'll show you what we do next. Round, not row, it's a round. All right, there is the end of round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, round 6. All these numbers, I'm losing count. Okay, now we're gonna do round 7. Excuse me. So you're gonna chain 2. There are 8 rounds of increases for the hat for 5 to 10-year-olds. So you're gonna crochet into the first 13 half double crochets. So do that, just regular half double crochets into the first 13, and then I'll tell you what to do next. I'll be right back. Okay, I did a half double crochet in the first 13 stitches. Now you're going to do 2 half double crochets in number 14. And you're going to do that all the way around. You're going to crochet into the next 13, then 2 and 14. All the way around. Okay, so I finished the round. If you do not end with 2 stitches in the last one, then you did something wrong and you have to go back and recount. And trust me, I have done that. So I'm just going to slip stitch into that top one. And then the next round, so you're going to chain 2. This is the last round where you're increasing. You're going to chain 2, and yours is going to be bigger than mine because you're going to be using a much bigger hook. You're going to half double crochet in the first 14 stitches. So do that, and then I will meet you back. Okay, so I've done a half double crochet in the first 14 stitches. You're going to do 2 half double crochets in the 15th stitch. So there's 1 and 2. Now I'm going to go and do a half double crochet in the next 14 stitches, then 2 and 15. You're going to do that all the way around. Okay. So I finished that round. Once again, if you do not have 2 stitches at the end here, then you did something wrong and you have to go back and count again. So I'm going to slip stitch into the top loop. And there you go. That is all the increases for the 5 to 10-year-old hat. Hold on a second. Okay. So now that you've done all your increases, sorry, I had to sneeze. You're just going to continue doing nothing but half double crochets all the way around the rounds. So you're going to go all the way around doing just half double crochets. When you get to the next one, you're going to do a slip stitch, or when you get to the end, you're going to do a slip stitch and join, and then just go chain 2 and do half double crochet all the way around. I would do it and I would use this yarn, but I'm not, I need this for another project actually. So yours is definitely going to be different because mine is a smaller hook. Also, you want your hat, uh-oh, sorry. Real quick, it's okay. It's okay, come here. Shh. You're all right. Shh. Oh, you're sweaty. It's okay. It's okay. You want your hat to measure 8 inches long, or however long you need it to fit that person. I usually do about 17 to 18 rows of half double crochet, and then I'll do like 3 or 4 rows of single crochet because I like the way it forms at the bottom of the hat. And I usually make it a little bit longer just so it covers their ears. But yeah, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. And I know, baby, I know you're all sweaty. And I will talk to you guys later.